is not your biological father. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Elston, you previously appeared in this courtroom with concerns surrounding the paternity of 2-year-old Carson. Let's take a look.
We started sleeping together 2 weeks after we met.
Well, who else did you have sex with?
My friend's boyfriend. It was on Valentine's Day. We had a threesome. She knew about it.
The baby didn't look like me. He don't have my nose, my ears, my eyes, or nothing.
My unborn child and Carson deserves their father. So I feel that we need to get this all cleared up.
When it comes to 20-month-old Carson Gregory, Mr. Elston, you are not the father.
Earl didn't say. Earl didn't say anything to me about this here until a couple of months ago. Hold up, Earl. Hold up, Earl. I'm still your mom. I let you talk. A couple of months ago, okay? He broke out. He came into town. I didn't even know my son was coming into town. He came out with it. I told him. I didn't know. I don't know. Had he asked me at 9, if he had asked me at 3, if he had said anything at 18 when he graduated, yes, I still would have told him, but I would have still said, don't tell your grandma.
How firm is this doubt? Were you with these two men in a very
short time frame? In a very short time frame, like maybe 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
And then it became more doubtful as Earl started growing, and I noticed the difference.
So this has been a painful secret for you to just hold in your whole life. You've known this.
My whole life I had doubts, yes, because I noticed things with Earl that wasn't a part of Maurice, that didn't resemble Maurice. I lived it with him, but I am not the only one that didn't tell my son. And if I known that at the time that Earl would have been that much raised a few months ago, Lord in heaven knows, I would have told my son regardless. Only thing I didn't want to happen was my mother to find out. Whether my mother knew in her gut or not, it was not the way I was raised. And I couldn't chance losing another child that my mother wouldn't love. I named Earl after my mother because I wanted her to love my children regardless if she thought I was a floozy loose in the street. These are my children, and I would have loved Earl no matter what. And I would have did anything I could to protect him. And Maurice was there. He loved him. He took care of him. And he took care of me, and he took care of my other 2 kids. For Earl to be in a rage right now, he needs to understand that I love him, and I wouldn't have hurted him for nothing in the world. He was my special child. He really was, because a year before I had her, I was told I would never have any kids. So when Earl come here, and Lord knows, 10 pounds and 14 ounces and 23 inches long is a lot of baby to carry for anybody. So to tell me I didn't care enough to want to know the truth, that's Maurice. I would have kept everything a secret as long as I could until my child would have come to me and asked me, Mom, please, I need to know.
Your fear of disappointing your mother, I mean, I feel it. It's so deep. It's so strong. You knew if I told the truth, she would reject my son.
She was going to reject my son. She would have. Maurice stayed there for the whole 20 years. He was there in my life with my other kids and Earl. So Earl can't just be just angry that he didn't know. I didn't know. I was only caught in between 2 guys. Okay, so now let's say you were 27 years old. You should have known better. Maybe, but sometimes you get caught up in a situation that you love one and you can't do without the other, and you're going to try to make it work. Don't.
Ever since he been going through this thing with his mother months ago when he found out, he's been distant with her. He's been distant with me. He's been distant with our children. I mean, it's like a domino effect. I mean, the lie that she's been holding for almost 30 years. I mean, true enough, I can understand where Miss Jackie is coming from. Things happen. You do make mistakes. But at the end of the day, you have to live with the consequences of the decisions that you make.
Okay.
First of all, wait a minute, Miss Jackie,
I'm gonna
because
let
see,
you talk.
Earl is not a child anymore. He's a grown man with a family. And I would never, ever hold anything from my children. That's what a mother does.
Okay.
You was wrong for that.
Okay, and now
You
accept
were wrong.
being wrong because I can accept it from my son. But I don't owe you nothing.
You owe me
Okay, I don't owe you nothing. I owe it to my son. I owe it to my son. I don't owe you. I didn't sleep with you. I didn't make no babies with you. At the end,
It's too late.
It is never too late for a mother to love her child. It is never too late.
Jerome, can you step up between them, please?
Because if it's too late for me to love my son now, then it may be too late when yours get 30.
Never.
Bag up.
Never.
Bag up. Because at the
Never.
end of the day, I
Never.
love him.
You should have been a woman about your business.
And when you going back in the year that I was living and raising my kids, you stepped to me in 2013 and tell me you wasn't a woman or make me believe I wasn't a woman, okay? I was a woman, a mother, and a hard-working true
Let's
child.
have some order. Let's have some order. Take a breath.
At the end of the day, I am 57 years old. And back then, I did what I thought I had to do to raise my kids, put a roof over their head, put shoes on their feet, and
Let me
food in
say
their stomach. And this man, Maurice, did that unconditionally. I won't take nothing from it, but I can understand. My son
And
did
you know
understand,
what?
and I can be understanding to Cynthia.
You know what? This court, I'm so glad you all are here. I can't even tell you. This court is about moving forward and
that's
how
all I
to
want.
do that. You know, Ms. Walker, you have so much love for Mr. Weeks. Your attack against Ms. Moore and your condemnation of her decisions is based upon your love and watching the way his hurt is not only affecting him, but your family,
Yes.
your kids, and that's natural.
Yes.
I didn't grow up in this era, but I remember the generation before me where if a young person got pregnant, they'd go off down south or somewhere for a year. I don't know if any of you
I
remember
know-
that.
I know
Then
that.
they just disappear.
Yeah.
They come back, they're not pregnant no more, and the next thing you know, where's the baby? Who knows? It'd be with another family member who would have gotten adopted. Everything was secret. She grew up in a time where a culture of secrecy was normalcy. So even though what she maybe did was wrong and you don't understand it, and you are so angry with her because of the way it is
Very angry.
affecting your
apologize.
fiance, you do have to understand that it wasn't 2013 with Facebook and Twitter where everybody tells all their business as soon as it happens. It just wasn't that time. Thank you. Jerome, if you could please hand me the envelope.
There you go.
As it relates to Mr. Earl Weeks, Mr. Weeks, the man who has raised you for the past 29 years is not your biological father. Help her.
Okay? No, don't change her
Help
too
her.
much.
So throughout the pregnancy, were you doubting then?
Yes, ma'am, because one day we got the argument bad and I left the house and she texted me and she was like, that's why Carson wasn't yours, Cason's not yours either. And she said, I married you just so I could put you on child support just in case you tried to leave me. And, you know, we're separated now and, you know, I'm trying to file for a divorce, so.
Really?
No, we're separated when you come up to the house every day.
I have.
Do you have
proof
any
of the text
evidence of what?
messages.
I'd like to see that. Jerome, will you hand me that evidence, please? These are text messages between you, Mr. Elston, and your wife, Ms. Elston, you write, "Why do you say that, Carly?" She responds, "He's not even your baby, just like Carson wasn't." Whoa. Mr. Elston, you say, "Blank, then don't ask me to do nothing for them." Ms. Elston, you say, "Okay, bet, Ladarian. Stop texting me and go play dad to somebody else's kids, because mine's not yours." Whoa, that's a mouthful right there. Well, Mr. Elston, you submitted another text message. Ms. Elston said, "Kaysen is not yours anyways. I blanked your homeboy." Mr. Elston said, "Blank, you dirty dog." And then Ms. Elston responded, "I'ma still put you on child support because we married. That's the only reason I married you, blank." What kind of conversation is this?
I know how to push his buttons. I know how to make him mad. So that's what I was saying.
This is not button pushing, this is bomb dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, these exchanges are designed to destroy. You already said you had one child that was his, came back not his. Now you doing this again?
Yes.
This is toxic. Yes. Because what I read on these text messages amounts to emotional abuse. He already hung in there after last hearing when Carson ended up not being his son and said he was gonna step up to the plate. Now, and look, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. He's a young, handsome young guy. That baby wasn't his. He could have exited stage left and been gone and made a full-on family with somebody else. I mean, there's no reason for him to entertain you unless he loved you. You all just sabotaging your life so early. We got another baby now and a marriage on the line. Baby's last name is Elston. That's your family name. That's your name, Mr. Elston. But you don't know if it's yours.
That's correct.
You know what, Jerome? I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Elston versus Elston, when it comes to 1-month-old Kaysen Elston, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Elston, you are the father.
Things we gotta work on.
We can't wrap it up in a bow today. That's for sure. It's been too much water under this bridge. Y'all gonna float the whole house away. No, really. And I hope this has been a lesson learned for you. We have counseling and resources for you all because you all gotta start figuring this out. Miss Elston, you gotta get yourself together, babe.
Yes.
There's an old saying, I can't say it all the way, but it always says, don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash.